So what I wanted to create this semester was a online course called 3rd Grade Social Studies. And I wanted to show you what I used to give students. Just literally just this piece of paper saying research about these people, create a poster, research the Trail of Tears, write a report, fill in a map. And I used to hand this to parents, and I had about 1 in 10 that could hang with that much vagueness. So this is for the other 9 students that struggled with me. So that's the why. I chose Google Sites just pretty much for ease of sharing, because we have a ton of teachers who might use this if I happen to make it into something worthwhile. I'm still wondering about that, but the color scheme is pretty much Google's basic color scheme, because I'm not that good at figuring out how to change the color, but I do like it. The gray and the blue definitely stands out, and I figured out how to make that blue box, and it definitely stands out. I divided it into units, and as I tell my 3rd graders, usually it's a unit 9 weeks. So like citizenship and geography will be in the fall, history and economics will be in the spring, but we also usually have kids come in late. And so instead of doing it by weeks, I just focused on these are the units and these are the assignments that we need to get through. And so I added an assignment sheet at the bottom, which is a Google sheet so people can make a copy, enter in the points earned and whatnot, and everyone will know what's due, where they're at. I included the infographic that shows everybody what they're going to be learning. And I kind of started off the kids with a Flipgrid assignment. I was wary of doing Flipgrid with little people, but after some encouragement and after some trial and error, I decided we might as well just go for it. I needed to see people in my graduate class. I think my 3rd grade babies might need to see people in their 3rd grade class. So, I think it was a good ad. They'll be a little scared at the beginning, but I think they'll grow to enjoy it. I did do another last minute ad of a introduction video, because my usability test, my little 3rd grader couldn't really read the first paragraph because the words were so big, so I thought I'd put a video in there that says the same thing, but it's somebody talking to them. So when we look at the first unit, you guys can see kind of what I used to teach it, and it's kind of a smorgasbord here. We have some packets from Teachers Pay Teachers that were just incredible. We have some National Geographic videos, a few YouTube videos. But I also want these kids to be writing. So there are some paragraphs in here. There's some crossword puzzles for fun. The 3rd grade is so much about reading and comprehending that I feel like I had to put a lot of that in there. I learned how to make a couple quizzes on the computer. I'm wary of doing all quizzes like that, so that's why I tried to kind of do some paper things, some fun things, some quizzes, and then Flipgrid obviously is in each section at least twice. I relied on some different things. Oklahoma has a live binder that kind of has some resources that we can use, and sometimes we used to just give it to the parent, that live binder website. But what I tried to do with this project, with this Google site, is not just give them access to everything all at once, but kind of lead them into it and putting things together. Like, this is a PowerPoint over the government. It was pretty awesome. And it also went along with a totally different page where it has a textbook with a bunch of questions and vocab, and I loved both of them and I wanted to put them together. I don't really know if our parents could have done that just on the fly. And so that's why I think this is a good idea. I think this might feel a need for our parents. Every one of these, there's some that have to be printed. So on that screencast video, I showed them how to pop it out and how to print it. There's a couple assignments like building a TP, recreating a flag. They still get to do the Oklahoma poster. So this is still hands-on. This is still having to print some things, having to write some things, but I wanted it to be more organized, and I wanted it to help parents teach it instead of just say, hey, yo, they have to learn these things. So that's what I'm trying to do, and I think I have citizenship finished. Geography's probably 75% finished. They have another Flipgrid video, and I kind of use the blue heading to separate different strands, I guess, because general map skills doesn't, to me, is a little bit separate. I found a lot of neat YouTube videos over map skills. I found another awesome Pinterest map puzzle where they get to cut out all the shapes around Oklahoma and put it all in there. I think it'll be really fun. I hope it'll be really fun. But honestly, I hope that it helps teach all of these standards that up till now we're kind of on our own. I have a couple more PowerPoints in here, a couple more of the textbooks whenever they went hand in hand, and I tried to vary up the assignments. The major challenges for me still is feeling like I'm not finished and wondering if this is everything that it's supposed to be. If it would be fun for a kid, if a mom would use it, if I'm integrating the computer enough. That's where I'm struggling. So I know this is not finished. This is definitely a work in progress, but those are my number one concerns so far. What could be improved is obviously finishing the history and the economic strand, and making sure that I'm keeping these kids entertained at the same time as they are learning. Creating just enough different things for them to look at, for them to learn about. That's what I know could be improved on. I hope to use this in the coming year. Right now I know I have 3 third graders, and I'm not going to have to order something extra. I'm going to get to stay right here and teach them off of a Google site, so I'm pretty excited. I'll leave the link in case anybody wants to look at it and add any critiques or improvements. Lord knows I need them. So, thank you for watching.